Because I find what happens now with a lot of people, being self-aware is like this buzzword now.
Yeah.
I'm so self-aware. I read all these books. I go to therapy. But yet they're like, people are still making those same mistakes.
Yeah.
This was the conversation I was saying where it's all well and good being self-aware and knowing your traumas and knowing that because you got cheated on when you were 16 years old, this is why you can't trust men, or this is why you can't trust women. But if people are aware of that and they still keep going into these relationships with this very, very bad, I guess, approach towards it and not doing the development to actually fix themselves, then what I'm saying, the self-awareness thing is almost in vain. It's pointless knowing 100%. What your issues are, but not actually developing and become a better person so that when you do go into these relationships, whether it's professional, friends, or romantic relationships, that you're the best version of yourselves.
Yeah.
Do you find that whenever you're talking with your clients, there is a level of being self-aware, but then they don't feel the need to your relationship shit, have the conversation that's affecting your relationship so it can be better.
Yeah.
But they just sit there.
Yeah. So no, when I tell them to go and do their homework of going to talk to someone, they go and talk to them.
Oh, well, that's good.
Yeah. So this is the key thing with all of this. It's something you said earlier, is this is fucking hard work. And most of the time when we're repeating how self-aware we are, it's because we're actually trying to convince ourselves of that. It's kind of that fake it till you make it. This work is not easy. And I've been doing this on myself for so many years now, and I'm still not a perfect human being. So it's like, as I look out into the world, I have a lot of sadness and compassion for humanity, because we're fucked. It's actually quite sad. And I think people are doing their best, and as they go into this self-development work, you kind of go, you're in it for a few months, but if you're really in it, you're in it for life.
100%.
Because it's like the thing that's brought you up until here and now, the way that we are, is years of repetitive practice of 30, however old you are, 20s, 30s, 40s, 50s, 60s, 70s. There's people in their 70s that haven't done any work. They're still playing out their childhood patterns of a 7-year-old. So as we're doing this work, we've got 30, 40, 50, however many years we've been, since we've been children, since 7 years old, to fix. So it ain't an overnight thing. This is like literally seeing all of your shit and reprogram. It's like constant work, self-talk, seeing shit, seeing yourself.
I was going to say, because I think that I feel like I've been trying to do that maybe more over the last maybe 7 or 8 years, that it is like a daily thing, because I find myself doing things and I'll always stop and question why I made that decision I made, and is that like a vote towards the person that I'm trying to be, or is that a vote against it? Is that like along with what I'm trying to create, or is that against it? And sometimes I find myself just overthinking. I'm get into this pit of fuck, was that the right decision? Should I be doing that? Is this what I want to be doing? Yeah. And it's a lot. I feel like I am I feel like that is the development for me, is to just keep questioning my motive behind what I'm trying to achieve. It's a daily thing. It's all good being I'm aware I'm a dick, but if you're not going to fucking do anything about it, do you know what I mean? It means fuck all. It means nothing.
Well, this is a key line in coaching. It's every behaviour has a positive intention. So even if it is being a dickhead, there is a positive behind that person holding on to it. So everything we do is for a reason that is serving us in that moment. If that's judging ourselves, if that's, whatever shit we're doing, whether it's running anxiety, whether it's being depressed, people come into coaching, they're like, how can that be positive? And it's it's not there for a positive outcome, but the intention of it is positive. So for some people, anxiety, it's it gets me up in the morning. This was me, right? It gets me up, it gets me going. Without anxiety, when that wasn't running, it was I feel a bit down, I feel a bit depressed, and anxiety is not great. And so whenever I'm coaching anyone, they're going, I'm judging myself all day, I'm overthinking, I'm talking, it's well, what's the positive intention behind it? Well, there isn't